What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip and welcome back to another video. So last time I talked about the different fighting styles that are used in Super Sentai thanks to Gao Ranger versus Super Sentai. And this time I'm also going to talk about another versus Super Sentai movie, which is Go Go Sentai Bokenger versus Super Sentai. That's right, 5 years after Gao Ranger versus Super Sentai, so we have another versus Super Sentai movie. And this time, uh, kind of similar to my previous video, I am going to talk about some things that are embodied in Super Sentai. So this time, however, it's gonna be the different qualities or virtues that are embodied by Super Sentai warriors. So this is going to be another interesting video, and if you were to be a Super Sentai uh, warrior, which would you embody the most? So let's begin. Now, to summarize Bokenger versus Super Sentai, so the Bokengers, so the core five, are basically sent to a different dimension, and Boken Silver is left behind, and he is the one who has to do something in order to save his companions. But he needs help, and he does so by looking for other Super Sentai warriors who have come before him. Thanks to the help, with help, thanks to a mysterious Red Ranger called Aka Red, who claims to be born out of a wish by the Red Rangers that have come before in order to protect mankind. So, however that happened is still a mystery to this day, but nonetheless, with Akared's help, so Vulcan Silver receives a directory of previous Super Sentai warriors, so he recruits five other Rangers to help him with his, mission to rescue the other Bokengers. So let's talk about these Rangers and what they embody. What kind of virtues in Super Sentai do they embody? Now, moving first to Boken Silver himself, according to Akared, he embodies hope. I guess it would be fitting for that time because he is the only hope that the other Bokengers have so that they can escape that dimension where they're trapped in, I guess. But, you know, the idea of hope as a virtue in Super Sentai is that no matter how difficult the situation, you should always know that it's going to get better and, you can get through it. Of course, with positive thinking and, a never give up attitude, of course, um, everything will get better. Things will get better, or at least things will get easier. At least that's how I understand it. Now, in terms of like which teams embody hope, I guess each Super Sentai team would embody hope in some kind of way. So it's really hard to pinpoint like which teams would embody some kind of hope. Like which teams are kind of focused on hope, but nonetheless, in general, Super Sentai heroes fight for the future, and that's their hope. So I guess every Super Sentai team would embody hope. Now, moving on to the second category, which is justice. Now, justice is the desire to uh, rid evil. So this is the hatred of evil, trying to help the innocent, protecting the innocent, and whatnot. And again, just like hope, you could say uh, each Sentai team fights evil, you know, for the good of all. So each team fights for justice. However, there are teams that really embody justice, such as the police themed Super Sentais. That's right. Teams like Deca Ranger and Pata Ranger embody justice perfectly, as they are police. Uh, they're policemen. They're police officers who fight to, they fight crime, they protect the innocent, and prevent crime if that's necessary. But yeah, that's what protectors of justice do, and that's really admirable for them. So next we have courage. Now this kind of reminds me of something that I said in my previous video about the swordsman, in which courage is, the ability to overcome your fears. It's not the absence of fear. Okay, courage isn't the absence of fear, but your will and ability to overcome it. So in this situation, Maji Yellow is the embodiment of courage, as well. Courage is the main theme of Maji Ranger because, well, I guess courage was necessary for them to, uh, to learn magic, and um, yeah, I guess Maji Ranger kind of embodies courage in that way. So, what other Super Sentais like embody courage? Mm, uh, I really can't tell, other than Maji Ranger, to be completely honest. But yeah, that's where they fit, I guess. Now, the next uh, virtue in Super Sentai that actually is a bit quite easy to understand would be friendship. So, making bonds with people and working together in order to achieve a common goal. So, friendship is necessary. So, Hurricane Blue is the embodiment of friendship in this situation. Now, I would say teams that embody friendship in Super Sentai, I think it's easy to say that the high school student team Super Sentais like Turbo Ranger and Mega Ranger really fit the bill very well because you always see, again, I guess because of their youth as well, but uh, they're very cohesive teams, like in terms of how close they are to each other. They're friends, okay? They're always together through thick and thin, and whatever happens they work together, which is why I would consider those teams embodiments of friendship as well. I guess post Bolkinger, I could say that teams like Go Onger and Go Busters can also fit the bill. So the Go Ongers, while sure they work together as a team, but the Rangers are more connected to their engine partners. Although they are also connected to, the Rangers are well connected to one another as well. But again, it's their connections to each other that allow them to fit the bill when it comes to friendship. Now, the next virtue in Super Sentai that is mentioned is passion. So, going back to the idea of justice, so you fight for the common good, right? But when it comes to passion, so it's something more personal. It's not necessarily selfish, but when you work hard to achieve your dreams, when you do something you love, right? That's passion. So Abare Black becomes the embodiment of passion. So he's passionate about his family. So being a father, being a husband. So that's what he loves to do, and he will fight to protect his family. So a lot of I guess it's hard to imagine Super Sentai teams that embody passion. I would say this is really quite tough, right? But I could also say that um, Gao Ranger could fit the bill nicely, in my opinion. Why? Because especially during the end of the series, so each Gao Ranger returns to their respective professions. Like Gao Red, so he is a veterinarian, so he's passionate about taking care of animals. And uh, Gao Black as a farmer. So, well, he has a dream of opening his own store. So he works hard in order to achieve that dream. And Gao White, for example, goes back to her family's dojo to train in karate because I mean, maybe someday she plans to pass down uh, their fighting style to, to students, or maybe her children one day. So I guess Gao Ranger could embody um, passion, if I say so. So the next thing that I am going to talk about is love. Now this is actually more of the romantic kind of love, as shown in, as you would see in Bolkinger versus Super Sentai. So yeah, it's romance. This is a very special feeling that you have towards a specific person. Again, like your desire to be with that person, and your desire to do everything to protect that specific person, that special someone in your life. Now, in this case, so Magi Shine is the embodiment of love. So yeah, we do see two Magi Ranger representatives here. I guess this may be due to the fact that there was never a Bokenger versus Magi Ranger crossover. So they probably had to fit it more than one Magi Ranger, I guess. So to make up for that. But nonetheless, it I guess uh, Hikaru does fit because, well, especially at the end of the series, he does marry Urara, aka Magi Blue. Now, well, romance isn't really a strong point in the Super Sentai series or any tokusatsu in general, to be completely honest. So, I guess when it comes to romance, I think Jetman is really, the top, or I would say, like, they would embody that kind of love the most. So, with its soap opera like style that appeals to adults. So they have a lot of complicated love stories. So you do have this love triangle between Red Hawk, White Swan, and Black Condor, and you also have that Red Hawk and his former, his ex girlfriend. Who became their enemy, and then Radiget and Maria. Although yeah, so another love triangle because Dead Hawk's ex girlfriend became Maria, and Radiget is also in love with Maria, and there's also some love story involved with Blue Swallow and Yellow Owl. So yeah, when it comes to that kind of romantic love, yep, Jetman is the perfect fit. So I guess yeah, that's those are the virtues, I guess, that the Super Sentai heroes embody. Which one would you fit in the most? So for me, it depends on the situation, I guess. But during that time, I really considered myself to be one of friendship. So I really treasure the bond that I have with my friends, even though, like, we're far from each other. And definitely, I made a lot of friends during that time. To be honest, if I didn't, during that time, it was actually when I met people like Alex, aka Gaiatron. So I guess if it weren't for that connection, I wouldn't be here as part of JEFusion, I guess. So yeah, thanks, Alex. This one's for you. So yeah, I would consider myself a red swordsman of friendship. So I use my sword to fight for my friends, and my friends help me fight and save the day. So that's how I would consider myself if I were a Sentai hero. So what kind of Sentai hero would you be? Leave it down in the comments. So as always, thank you for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, share this video, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you next time. Bye.